You requested it, and so it shall be so. We slide farther down the ghost rabbit hole with Lachryma. Spooky Halloween stuff. Slayer, but slower. Oh yeah, let's check that out. Da 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 da. Cool. Like I knew you would. Should and would. What's going on here? Something really interesting here. I thought it was like a big key change, but actually it sounds like they're superimposing chords over the same riff. They love a harmonic twist. We've got kind of like an indeterminate chord here, right? We're in D something, but the riff has both a major and minor third. Kind of lands on the major third, but the vocal melody implies minor. And now here we're getting a straight up major chord superimposed. In the middle of the night. This is actually a cool thing that you can do when what you have is a power chord. Power chord is just root and fifth. There's no third. So with the vocal melody or another instrument, you can imply that chord type, whether it's major or minor, by singing the third to make it minor, flat third, or major third, and you're not going to be clashing with anything. This is a really cool way to transition from this evil Slayer but slower type of riff into something a little bit more like tonal or diatonic. Everybody knows. Everywhere he goes. Can't run, can't hide. No running, no hiding. Okay, then we got like classic pop chord progression with a small twist. Look, we know that Tobias loves the band Boston, all right? I love the band Boston. They're certainly not the only ones who've ever used this chord progression. It's extremely common. But we also know that Tobias loves to reference AOR for his songs, so this has a little bit of that in it. Nice little unexpected twist. And it slides perfectly back into the verse. Listen to what the bass is doing, it's not just following the guitars. It's doing gong, 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 just on the root, which gives the whole thing a much more stomping feel. If the bass was following the guitar chords, I don't think it would have the same impact, the same effect. It is a massive amateur move to have the bass always follow the guitar. But in the absence of understanding what a bass is for and what you can do with it outside of that, the sort of typical local band demoted guitar player to bass will default to that. And this is a great example of why that doesn't always work and it's not usually the best idea. Often it is. I'm just going to put it out into the universe that I want whatever this guitar is. Offset guitars like this have recently become kind of a big deal. They're everywhere. And I don't know if I'm just sucked in or if I liked it to begin with, but it doesn't matter anymore because I want one. Nice little trill, builds the anticipation and tension. Real quick, hello. It's possible that you're new here. If you're not, you can just skip right over this part and get right back to the React. But anytime I do these kinds of videos, reactions to popular bands, I get an influx of new friends. So hello, welcome. How's it going? I just wanted to let you know that this isn't something that I do a whole lot. I love to do this, but if you just arrived here because you're a fan of Ghost and you wanted to see some Ghost content, that's totally fine too. I do have a bunch of that. I am going to put my Ghost playlist right here so that if you want to later on, you can just watch all of my Ghost content in one place. I started doing it because I did a video called How Ghost Writes a Song. It's one of my most popular videos of all time. If you're a fan of Ghost, you will probably like it. So that's probably a great place to start. I also wanted to let everyone know that this video is sponsored by me. Kind of a weird way to put it, right? Sponsored, because number one, it's my video. Number two, the thing that I'm selling is completely free. $0. And it's a course called the 7-Day Riff to Song Challenge. Completely free, and it's for people probably like you, guitar players who have a hard time finishing songs. That's most guitar players. That includes me, right? If you're like most guitar players, you probably have written tons and tons of riffs and 0 finished songs. And that's why I created the free 7-Day Riff to Song Challenge to help you turn one riff into one song in 1 week. You can sign up for that at the link in the description. Now back to the React. Oh, that's such a nice little harmony solo. Once again, just 2 guitar tracks happening at any given moment, it sounds like. This is almost like it was a live recording in the studio. They're really treating it like that. You'll notice that when there's 2 guitars playing the lead, there's no rhythm guitars. Personally, I don't really love that. When I'm recording, I just want it to sound really big and full, even if in a live performance, it's not going to sound exactly the same. I don't really want that anyways. To me, it's a little bit like having the rug pulled out from underneath you. It's like there's this big full sound and then it kind of disappears. But obviously that's like a personal preference. I don't know, maybe they tracked it live off the floor. I doubt it, but you never know. I feel like they could pull it off. Maybe like live with minimal overdubs, something like that. Always tasty solos. Frederick Eckson from Opeth providing many of these solos. I don't know which ones. Maybe all of them. Probably says on the sleeve.
Everybody knows. Everywhere I go.
Everywhere he goes. Everybody knows. That sounds like Paranoid. All right, I gotta know what's happening. Maybe this happened before and I didn't notice it. Spicy chords. Little black metal or Opeth-y kind of a chord. Tell me you can't hear Michael Ackerfeld singing that. I have no idea what he's saying, so. Let's see if I can. Some really cool little like call and response licks from the guitar to fill out this last.
Everybody knows. Everywhere I go. And I can't wait till the day when I'm not crying over someone like you. I'm not crying. Hope you're feeling it too now.
Feeling it. Ooh, key change. You can't make this up. Tobias is a man after my own heart in so many ways. If you had to guess, how far up do you think they changed key on this? It's a minor third. It's one of my absolute favorite sounds. Love this kind of key change. And he is done. The song is done. Oh, hey there, spooky boy. What are you doing spooking over there in the corner? Just being a little spooky guy. So we went from the key of B minor to the key of D minor, up a minor third from B, and just ride the chorus out until the end. It feels very natural, but that's actually a huge lift. It's the same kind of key change that they have in the song Living on a Prayer, right? Prayer, and then it goes up a minor third. With the exception of Skeleta and Impera, I have, in pursuit of studying Ghost and learning what they do so that I could make that How Ghost Writes a Song video, I've listened to every Ghost song, okay? And one of the things that I always loved about them was that their lyrics, although they were always very hooky and catchy for the choruses and stuff, they were pretty unique, right? They always had this really cool twist on very simple ideas. They would take these cliches and twist them in a really unique and interesting way that caught your ear. And I feel like they're not really doing that anymore. This feels like it's leaning way harder into the sort of AOR cliches without the unique, interesting things that are usually in there. Should, Like I Knew You Would, that is such a dumb songwriting cliche. Everybody knows, everywhere I go, I can never run and I cannot hide, run and hide. I'm done crying over someone like you. I'm done crying, hope you're feeling it too. I think that sucks because there's some really cool lines in here, ripping through every poem like a vampire should. And it takes one to know him. That's clever, but Like I Knew You Would, that's a cop-out. That's just a cliche, lame cop-out for me. Now that sweet's gone sour, seeping down the cracks, getting worse by the hour, the vile rot attacks. To me, this one is a bit hookier than Peacefield. It's also got the cool harmonic twists and turns, great melodies, cool harmonies, ripping, guitar playing, just the general fun of Ghost. But I also think that overall, I'm not really loving the direction of a lot of it. Musically, I think that this is 100% Ghost. I'm only 2 songs in. When I finished the first song, I was pretty stoked for the rest of the album. I was cautiously optimistic, we'll say. Now I am less optimistic. I definitely don't hate it. It's pretty good. I hate to be, I like their old stuff better guy. I hate that guy. But so far, I like their old stuff better. I love me some Ghost. This scratches the Ghost itch in a lot of ways, but I don't really feel like they're progressing. When there's a band that I love, of course, what I want is kind of just more of the same a lot of the time. I don't want them to change so much that they're no longer identifiable. I just want them to keep making stuff at that level of quality, keeping their identity, but also improving. So far, I'm not feeling like this album is doing that for me, but I'm only 2 songs in, so we'll see what happens. This is the second song that I've reacted to off of Skeleton. You can watch the first one, Peacefield, right here. Over here, you can watch the rest of my Ghost content in case you want to continue down the Trey Xavier Ghost rabbit hole. It goes pretty deep. Leave a comment letting me know what Ghost song you think I should react to next. Stay squishy, and I'll see you real soon.